Hello dear students, in this lesson we are going to talk about multiplication and division. Let's continue with multiplication first. So multiplication is also one of the 4 basic arithmetic operations. And what happens in multiplication? Basically we have to perform repetitive addition. What does it mean? Let's consider we have 3 chocolates. We have a bunch of 3 chocolates and we have another bunch of 3 chocolates. So the one way to consider all of them together is performing addition. That is 3 plus 3 could be 6. But the other way of combining all these together is to perform multiplication. It means that one bunch has 3 chocolates and we have 2 such chocolates. We have 2 such bunches. So we can consider 3 times 2. That's going to be again 6. So this is how we consider multiplication. We'll begin with a multi-digit multiplication first, and what happens in that, what are the strategies we'll discuss. So basically this standard algorithm we'll be considering that we need to write the numbers as a column, and we prefer writing bigger number on the top and a smaller number at the bottom, though it doesn't matter, but it remains convenient, so we do that. And then we perform multiplication. Let's begin with an example first, where we have to multiply a single digit number to a multiple digit number. So first of all, what do? We write the bigger number on the top, and then we write a smaller number at the bottom, and we have to perform multiplication. So we show this cross sign. What we are supposed to do, we have to perform multiplication from the last number, means from the ones digit. Means first of all you have to perform multiplication with 3. So basically we have 3 steps. We have to multiply 4 to 3, we need to multiply 4 to 9, as well as we need to multiply 4 to this 2. So basically the multiplication will take 3 times. So 4 times 3 is 12. Now we don't have to write 12 here. As you guys have seen, even in addition, this 1 will be carried to the next number. Okay. So now, once we multiply 4 to 9, we get 36. 4 times 9 is 36. And at that moment, we need to add the number that we actually have got. So basically 36 and 1 will be added. We get 37. And that 37 we write here, means we write 7 here. And again, this 3 won't be kept here. This 3 will again be carried to the next number here. And then after, we have to multiply 4 times 2 is 8. And then 8 and the other number that we have on the top, which is 3. 8 plus 3 gives you 11, and we write this number because there is no next number after that. We can write the full number here. So this is how we got the answer. Let's continue with the next example. We again have a single digit number here, so let's write it on the bottom. We have 3, 9, 8, 7, and then we rewrite the numbers here. So we first of all have to start multiplying 6 to the ones digit. So 6 times 7 is 42. We don't have to write 42 here, just because this 4 is there and it's supposed to get to the next number here. And now we multiply 6 times 8. 6 times 8 gives you 48, and then you need to take care of this number that we have on the top. We need to add this number to the product that we got from here. So 48 plus 4 gives you 52, and you only write 2 here, and that 5 is again carried to the next number here. Okay, and now after that 6 times 9 is 54, and we take care of this 5. We add that 5 to this number, we get 59, and then 9 is kept over here, 5 again is get carried. So we have got 6 times 3 is 18 now, and 18 plus 5 gives you 23, and that's your answer now. Okay, let's continue with the next example, where we have 2 digits to be multiplied to a multiple digit number. So let's rewrite them first. And students, remember this time we have 2 digits. So basically we need to perform multiplication first by the ones digit, which is 3. We multiply 3 to all the 3 numbers, 3 digits. And after that we pick 4, and we have to also multiply this 4 to all the 3-digit numbers. And okay, so let's begin with 3 first of all. As we multiply 3 to 7, what do we get? We get 3 times 7 is 21. Now 1 is kept here to get carried over. And then we have 3 times 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 gives you 8. Now 3 times 5 is 15. Okay, we are done with 3. Now it's time to multiply 4. So, students, remember, this 4 is already at the tens place. So basically its value is not 4, it's basically 40. So when we are multiplying 4, indirectly we are multiplying 40 here. So it's already basically times by 10. To take care of that, what we do, whenever we start writing product of the next number, we always have to write 0 underneath the ones place here. That's a very crucial step. Okay, now you start multiplying 4 to 7 basically. When we multiply 4 to 7, we can just remove these numbers that we have used earlier. Let's now multiply 4 to 7, we get 28. Now 2 is carried to the next number. Now 4 times 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. Now 1 is carried to the next number. And then 4 times 5 is 20, 20 plus 1 is 21. And the last thing we need to do is perform addition. We need to perform addition here, whatever two products we have got here. So 1 plus 0 is 0, 8 plus 8 is 16. Again, 1 is carried to the next number. 5 plus 1 is 6. 1 plus 1 is 2, and this is 2. This is your answer. Let's continue to the next example. Again, we write, this time we have 3-digit number to be multiplied. So no problem, we'll stick to the same method. That means, first of all, we write the bigger number at the top and a smaller number at the bottom. Now we have to perform multiplication. We begin from the ones digit. Okay, so 4 times 7 gives you 28, carried to, we have got 2 on the next number. Now 4 times 8 is 32. 32 plus 2 will give you 34. Now 3 carry to the next number. 4 2s are 8. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 is 1 here, and then 1 is carried to the next number. 4 times 6 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. Once we are done, we can even remove these numbers because we have other numbers to write down. But when we start performing multiplication with 9 students, because it's on the tens place, you have to add a 0 here, because we are indirectly multiplying 19, not 9. Okay, so to balance that, we keep a 0 here. When we multiply 9 to 7, we get 63. 6 is carried to the next number. Then 9 times 8 is 72. 72 plus 6 gives you 78. Now 7 get carried to the next number. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 plus 7 gives you 25. And then 2 is carried to the next number. 9 times 6 is 54. 54 plus 2 is 56. Okay, while considering 3 now, students, just because 3 is on hundreds place, it means that we are multiplying 300, not 3. So to balance that, what we do, we add 2 zeros now. So this process will keep on going as many numbers you have in the multiple. You keep adding zeros while performing multiplication. Okay, that's a very crucial step. Well, no problem. Once we have 3 here, now 3 has to be multiplied to 7 first of all. So as we multiply 3, 7 times 7 gives you 21. Now 2 is carried to the next number. Now 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 2 gives you 26. Now 2 is carried to the next number. 3 2s are 6. 6 plus 2 is just 8. Now 3 times 6 is 18. And now we are done. Just last thing we need to do is perform addition. And as we add them, we get 8. 4 plus 3 is 7. 10 carry over 1. 16, 17 carry over 1. We have got 9 plus 8, 17 carry over 1. And we got 14 carry over 1. We got 2. And this is your final answer. So this is how, students, we perform multiple or multi-digit multiplication. Okay, let's continue with division now. It's again one of the basic operations, students, and division means dividing or distributing things equally in different groups. Okay, Let's try to understand a basic example. We have 15 candies and these have to be distributed among 3 kids. So what we do, we have to distribute them equally. So first of all, let us start distributing 1 candy to each of the kid. Okay. Then after, second candy to each of the kid. And we keep on repeating the process. Okay, so this is how you notice that we have distributed 5 candies to each of the kid. So each kid gets 5 candies. Okay, so this situation can be written as a kind of division, means 15 is divided by 3, this gives you 5. Okay, what if this time we had equal number of candies distributed? Okay, what if we have 16 divided by 3, means we had 16 candies instead of these 15 candies. What would have happened in that case? Just like we got 5 candies for each kid, we would have got 1 more candy left. Okay, so what is that called? This leftover candy is called remainder. This is what? This is called remainder. So we'll be discussing about remainder and other components in our division. Okay. So we follow the basic algorithm again here to perform division, and we have different components of division expression that we'll be discussing. We have dividend, divisor, quotient, and just we discuss remainder. So students will discuss what exactly are remainder, dividend, divisor, and quotient in that example. Let's say we have to divide 3 in 7, or 7 has to be divided by 3. So the number which is smaller is called divisor. It's divisor. The number which has to be divided is called dividend. Okay, now when you read the times table of 3, say 3 times 1 is 3 and 3 times 2 is 6. We won't take the table of 3 that is beyond 7. Okay, so we just go to the most close number, which is 3 times 2. 3 times 2 gives you 6. So what happens here? The number we get on the top is called quotient, and number we get here remaining, that is called remainder. So this is how we can consider all the 4 components of a division division expression. Let's continue with the example here. See, we have to divide 4 in 957. How do we do that? First of all, we pick the first number here. Now we consider 9 here, and we read times table of 4 so that it doesn't exceed 9. So 4 times 1 is 4. Should I write 4 here? No, because even 4 times 2 will also be less than 9. So we need to just choose the number which is close to that. Okay, so 4 times 2 basically we consider 8. We can't take 4 times 3 because it will exceed 9. 4 times 3 is 12. So we don't take that. We take 4 times 2 is 8. Now what we do, we perform subtraction. So as we subtract 8 from 9, we get 1. Then after, students, it's important to note down the next number just after that. Okay, in each step we have to note down one number. Okay, so now it became 15. Now we read times table of 4 so that it doesn't exceed 15. So that goes for 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16. 16 will exceed 15, so we don't take 4 times 4. We only keep it till 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. And then after we perform subtraction. As we perform subtraction here, we get 3, and we are supposed to note down the next number here. And as we note down the 7 here, it became 37. Now we again read times table of 4 so that it doesn't exceed 37. So 4 times 9 is 36. 4 times 10 is 40. So 4 times 9 maximum we can take. And once we get no number left to note down, the last number can be considered to be the remainder. So right now 239 is the quotient, 4 is the divisor, 957 is the dividend, and 1 is the remainder. Let's continue with the next example. This time we need to divide 6. So first of all, we choose the first number. Okay, it goes just for one time. So we take times table of 6 for once, and then 6 times 1 is 6. We have to take away 6 from 8. we get 2. We note down this 5 from here, which is the next number. It became 25. So 6 times 4 gives you 24. We cannot take more than 4 times because 6 times 5 will be 30 and that will exceed. So we only consider 6 times 4. We keep performing subtraction and we keep noting down number next to that. We got 7 here. Now 6 goes for 2 times maximum because 6 times 3 will exceed. So we consider 6 times 2 is 12. We perform subtraction and now finally we have to note down 8 from here. And as we noted down 8, it became 58. And 6 times 9 gives you 54. And at the end we have to again perform subtraction. We get 4 as the remainder because there is no number after that to note down. So 4 is the remainder. 1429 is the quotient. Let's continue with the next example. We have to divide 4 this time. So first of all, we choose the first number here, which is 5. 4 times 1, it can go maximum 4 once. So 4 times 1 is 4. We subtracted, we got 1. We noted down one number here, which is 2. Now students, it goes for 3 times because even the number can be equal to that. Okay, so 4 times 3 is 12. It's okay if the number is equal, it should not exceed only. As we perform subtraction, see, it's 0 only, nothing is left, means it's 0. Now students, there is a problem. What? As we note down the next number here, even it's not sufficient to perform division, right? Because 3 is less than 4. So what to do? So generally we don't write more than one digit in a same step. Instead, what we can do, if the number is insufficient, what we are supposed to do, we can take the table for 0 times. As we do that, see, as we take 0 times 4, see, 0 times any number is always 0. So 0 times 4 will remain 0. We write 0 here. In that way, we got one more step here. As we got one more step, we are able to perform, we are able to take down the next number here. So remember, whenever there is an insufficient number, take the table for 0 times, you get an additional step, and due to that, you are able to note down the next number after that. So when we have got this, 39, 4 goes in 39 for 9 times. It gives you 4 times 9 is 36, yes, and you got 3 as a remainder. So that's your answer. Let's take another example of the same kind where we have an insufficient number. This time 8. Even initially we don't have sufficient number, right? So no problem, even if you take 0 initially, that will not affect. So generally at the beginning, as many numbers we want, we can take. Even if you want, if you want to show it, it's okay. Like 0 times 8 is 0. You take away 0 from that, you again get 2. It doesn't matter because initially that leading 0 doesn't affect, right? So we could have taken more than one number at the beginning, but it's okay if you can show, you can still show that. Now we have noted down one number here. We got 24. It goes for 3 times. 8 times 3 is 24. We subtract it. Now even if you note down the next number, student C, this is not sufficient. Now here you have to take it for 0 times because you cannot take the next number immediately after that. You need one more step. For that, what we do, we take table of 8 for 0 times. 0 times 8 is 0. You get one more step to subtract, and here you are able to note this down, okay? And here you got 8 over here, so 8 times 6 gives you 48. This time the remainder is 0, so that's okay. That's still okay if the remainder is 0. But the main idea is, if you get an insufficient number, take the table for 0 times, get one more step, and then note down the next number. Don't note down more than one digit in the same step. Let's take one more example. Here we have 12. This is a 2-digit number. So again, this 3 is not sufficient. At the beginning, as many numbers you can take, because even if you add 0 at the beginning, that won't affect the number. So initially, we're going to talk about 2 numbers. We have taken 2 numbers. Yes, that works. 12 times 3 gives you 36. And 12 times 4 will exceed, so we consider 3. Now we subtract it here, we get 1, and after that we note down this 8. Okay, let me just rewrite it. We got 1 after subtraction, and then we note down this 8 here, and now this becomes 18. So it goes maximum for one time, and we have 12 times 1 is 12. We then got 6, and again we are able to note down the next number. We have 5, and 12 goes in 65 for 5 times maximum. 12 times 5 is 60, and this is how we have got 5. There is no number after that to note down, so 5 is the remainder. 315 is the quotient. Let's take one more last example. Here we have 15 to be divided in this number. So initially 2 is not sufficient, so we take 24. That's okay. It goes for one time. 15 ones are 15. We subtract it. We get 24. 4 is not even sufficient. We take one borrow. It becomes 14. 14 minus 5 is 9. This is 0. And we note down one number after that. It becomes 91. So now students, 15 times, you have to take the times table of 15 so that it doesn't exceed 91. So 15 times 6 is 90. 15 times 7 is 105. So we don't take 7, we take only for 6 times. We subtract it. And now students, even if you note down, look at this, there's a problem again. Even if we have noted down this 3, this is going to be insufficient. Okay, so what we do, we have to take the table for 0 times. As we take it for 0 times, 15 multiplied to 0 becomes 0. But what is the advantage of doing that? We can add one more step. We have got one more step. We got the same number after subtraction, and we are able to now note this down number. We can note down this number, which is 135. And yeah, 15 goes for 9 times in that. 15 times 9 is 135. So remainder is 0, that doesn't matter, but the important thing is that we have to take the table for 0 times if there is an insufficient number. Okay, we are not supposed to note down more than one digit in a same step. So this is the main idea, and I hope it's clear to all of you students. So that's it in this lesson. See you in the next video. Bye bye.